up everyone, my name is Jack Sapple, back again with another video, and today I am here with my WWE Payback 2016 review. And you know what, this was a pretty damn good show. I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of matches on here that were very good, although we did have our down moments throughout the show. Overall, it was a very enjoyable show, and yeah, good stuff. So we'll talk about the two pre-show matches really quickly. Yes, there were two this time. First one is Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. This got pulled up to the pre-show because fucking reasons. Alright match, but for some reason Dolph Ziggler ended up getting the win with the roll-up. I don't understand why they made that decision. That's just a bit silly to me, but because WWE has this obsession with 50-50 booking, which is just stupid. You don't have to always do that in every fucking feud, but hey, it's a WWE. What do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan. Not a big deal anyway. I'm sure Baron will beat the shit out of him next time. And then right after that, we had Kalisto versus Ryback again for the United States title. Ryback, being the classic troll that he is, did the CM Punk thing where he like checks his watch or whatever, and then something like that. And he has a belt saying the pre-show stopper, which is pretty funny. It's good that Ryback has a sense of humor. That's always good. Yeah, these two had a solid matchup. Kalisto, he did some great stuff in this. Of Salida del Sol ended up getting the win, and yeah, good stuff. Then we got to the main show. We opened up with the New Day coming out there. And you know, they're cutting their typical promo, just having a bit of fun, sponsored by Bootios, because we're here for the finals of the tag team titles and all that. And you know, they decide to sit down in the corner, eat some popcorn and some pizza, and so we have Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillians. And you know, this was going fine, you know, normal match. And then we get to a bit where Enzo goes for a baseball slide, I believe. He hits his neck on the second rope and then hits it again on the bottom rope and is completely knocked out. This is not a work. This was not fake. This was 100% real. You know, the doctors were checking up on them. They gave the X sign and they cancelled the match pretty much. And yeah, so it was a no contest. Enzo seems to be in pretty bad shape at the time. I know Big Cass was in the corner crying, you know, which I don't blame him in the slightest. See your partner, you know, nearly fucking die. Not a pretty sight to see. I was just in shock when I saw that. Just absolute shock. And when they took him to the hospital and all that, so they load him up and they put him in, and we got updates throughout the night about how his condition was and all that. I believe he's fine right now, although he does have a concussion, which sucks. But it's nice to know that he's still alive. There was a picture of that Kevin Owens took about like 20 minutes after the show aired with him in the hospital with Enzo and Cass, which is cool. So it's nice to see those two are completely fine. And well, not Enzo, but I'm just happy he's still walking, he can move properly, and yeah, you know, good stuff. We're all praying for you, Enzo. Speaking of Kevin Owens, he was up next against Sami Zayn. We had to get straight into it. I know they play like the promo package for a while, and so these two ended up having their match in great fashion. This was a fantastic fucking match, you know. All of the big stuff you expect from Sami Zayn was there. He did the jump over the top rope. He did the saw in between the ropes, and then the swing around DDT. You know, all the good stuff was there. And Kevin Owens hits pop-up powerbomb, wins the match. Just absolutely great stuff between these two. You know, of course, the feud has been fantastic, and yeah, just great stuff. And then right afterwards, because Kevin Owens won the match, he grabs Byron Saxton, and he was like kind of pissing about with the commentators all night. He tells Byron Saxton, "Hey, get in the ring, get in the ring." And it's like, "I want you to interview me on how I beat Sami Zayn." And so he tells him to do it. Just Kevin Owens, he was on fire tonight, man. And, he says he wants to go after the Intercontinental title because, he wants to be champion. He wants to be the best at something. And so right after that, he goes into the commentary table to watch the Miz versus Cesaro match for the Intercontinental title. And so he's just there. He's wearing JBL's hat and he's just chilling, man, after he's just had a hard-fought match. And speaking of the Miz and Cesaro, they had a really good match as well. Cesaro is a fucking beast, man. Oh my god, just the things this guy can do is incredible to me. Just going to Uppercut City, just buzz all over the place, doing just fantastic maneuvers throughout this whole match. And, while he was on commentary, Kevin Owens was chatting, and then out of bloody nowhere, Sami Zayn just buzz, just attacks Kevin Owens near that area. Their match is continuing, and so the ref sees the two fighting on the apron, and he kind of gets distracted. And Cesaro's like, "Oi, mate, we have a match going on." He attacks both guys, and then I believe The Miz, I think he got the roll-up or skull-crushing finale, whatever, and The Miz retained his Intercontinental title. But after that, Cesaro was not happy that Owens and Zayn cost him the match, so he takes them out, and there's a big four-man kick-ass battle. Of course, Kevin Owens was standing tall with The Miz's Intercontinental title. So it's pretty obvious we're going to get a fatal four-way match at Extreme Rules, which I think would be awesome. You have Kevin Owens, Cesaro, you got bloody Sami Zayn, and, well, you got The Miz. But you know what? I'm liking The Miz. I'm liking his new gimmick. I love that Maryse is back. Love it. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the Intercontinental title in the future. I'm happy that they're going to elevate it and give it to new, fresh guys. I think it's really awesome that they're doing that. So, yeah, love the stuff between those guys. And yeah, the first hour was great. Then we get to Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose, and in another very enjoyable match. Although it wasn't as spectacular as Owens and Zayn, it was still very, very good. Solid action between these two guys. Jericho was doing some great heel work, and obviously the fans were behind Ambrose in this. Of course, there was one bit where Ambrose was really struggling to get Jericho up, and he had him in the Dirty Deeds position, ends up hitting him and wins the match, which is awesome. I love that Jericho actually put this guy over instead of AJ Styles, but 50-50 booking. Jesus Christ. Ambrose got the win, very happy about that. Jericho was not so happy about that. Afterwards, he just, he chucks the top of the announce table over. He just beats stuff up and has a bit of a whinge and a whine, which is always funny to see. So yeah, great heel work from Jericho. I don't know how long he's going to be. I don't know how many months he's going to go and all that. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see. Is this his final match for a bit? Maybe he's going to stick around for a bit longer. Who knows? As for Dean Ambrose, give this guy a main event push. He deserves it, man. Next, we have Charlotte defending her title against Natalya, of course, for the Women's Championship. And yeah, I quite enjoyed this match as well. It was going very well. Of course, Bret Hart was in the corner of Natalya. Ric Flair, as usual, was in the corner of Charlotte. These two women have a very solid match. That is until the ending happened. Because, Charlotte, I think it was Charlotte had the sharpshooter in, and of course, because Bret Hart is there, the Charles Robinson had to ring the bell and do the screw job finish. Oh my god, no wonder Bret Hart can get over the fucking screw job, because you gotta keep bringing it up over and over and over again. Just, can you shut up? Can you stop with the whole Montreal Screwjob thing? It was 19 years ago. Get fucking over it. Anyway, of course, Natty was not happy, and then Bret Hart comes into the ring and just beats the shit out of Ric Flair, and they both lock in the sharpshooter on their opponents, and they stand tall. So, yeah, alright match. Ending was stupid, but I did enjoy, Charlotte being a great heel as usual. Natty, she put on a solid performance. She's such a talented worker. And I don't know what's next for Charlotte. I don't know if she's going to defend against Natalya again. I'm guessing so. I don't have a problem with it. I would like to see some sort of stipulation added, maybe like a submission match between Natalya and Charlotte. which would be pretty awesome to see. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. And whatever Charlotte's gonna do should be really awesome. Then we get the bloody Raw decision between the McMahon. This was pretty much, I'll describe the whole segment. Mr. McMahon comes out, bicker, bicker, bicker. Stephanie comes out, bicker, bicker, bicker. Shane comes out, bicker, bicker, bicker. That's the segment summed up for you. Oh, and I guess the decision anyway. Vince's decision was, who was it going to be? Was it going to be Shane or Stephanie running Raw? Nope, both of them do. Come on. It was just underwhelming, you know. They were talking for like 20 fucking minutes. This may be because of the whole Enzo match. I'm guessing the segment was going to be shorter, but of course the whole Enzo injury and all that they were kind of like, oh shit, what do we do? Better just fill up time, or they could have just added more minutes to the Roman AJ match. Oh well. But anyway, Vince decides, you know, both of them get to run Raw. I want to see blood between you two. I want to see you slit each other's throat. Like, Jesus Christ, Vince. You call yourself, you know, on a PG product, like, and then you talk about slitting people's throats? That's not exactly PG. That's something you see on fucking Game of Thrones or some shit. But, yeah, I think this could be an interesting dynamic. It reminds me of like Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff from 2003 Raw, where it's like the face GM and the heel GM. You know, of course Shane's the face, Stephanie's the heel, and maybe this could be a chance for those two to bond again or whatever. And yeah, just Vince's way to get the McMahons to go on the same page. And we would learn that on later tonight in the main event between Roman Reigns and AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I fucking loved this match. This was some good shit, mate. Of course, Roman got booed by Chicago super badly. Of course, people loved AJ Styles. And yeah, this was just a cracking match between these two. You know, of course, AJ was pulling out all the works to beat Roman Reigns, you know. He did the phenomenal forearm, and then Reigns hit the Superman punch, which was pretty cool. Kick out there. He did like a whole bunch of stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. However, there was one bloody spot that was absolutely insane. Roman Reigns is on the outside. I don't know which bit of the match this was, but I think this was like, yeah. And so AJ, he sees Roman on the outside near the announce table, and so AJ jumps up, hits the phenomenal forearm, and by the way, Roman Reigns is like right in front of the announce table, hits it, and they both smash through the table. Absolutely ridiculous spot. Just, that was fucking awesome. Just great stuff between these two. That's a spot of the year candidate right there, although Shane McMahon falling off the cell was probably going to win. I don't think anything's going to top that this year. But, of course, they're both out, and then we end in a count-out victory, and Roman Reigns retains his title, and everyone's like, really? That's how you're going to fucking end this match? However, Shane McMahon, who was also thinking the same thing we were, saying, alright guys, this is bullshit, we don't want to see this happen, let's make it no count-out. And so, again, I think Roman Reigns did like a move, and it hit AJ Styles' cock or something, and it really hurt. And then, of course, he lost by DQ. And then right afterwards, Stephanie comes out and says, oh, we don't want this happening in this new era. You know, of course, let's make it no disqualification. We want a clear winner. And so that's what we got. And Gallows and Anderson, of course, they show up, and they go after Roman Reigns, and they beat him up a bit. And it looks like, oh, AJ might win. He does like a 450 from the top, from the ropes, and Roman Reigns kicks out, which was crazy. And then the Usos come out to beat up Gallows and Anderson. And there was one bit. How did the match end? I'm trying to think here. Was it? Oh yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, AJ kind of set up for the Styles Clash, I believe, but Roman Reigns got out of it, and they did like this running spot, or it could have been another move or whatever, and then Roman hits the spear, 1, 2, 3,
big toe, dog,
retains. I knew it was going to happen. I knew, but I was like, oh, are we going to get something crazy? Are we going to get something exciting here? Nah, fucking nothing. What do you expect from this company? Do you expect them to actually give you what you want? Fuck you, WWE Universe. But, hey, they are going to have a rematch at Extreme Rules because right after the match, we see Stephanie, Shane, and Vince in the back, and they're pretty much chatting, going, okay, what can we do for Roman's next opponent? Let's have AJ Styles face him again, this time at Extreme Rules, in an Extreme Rules match for the WWE World Heavyweight title. So I'm hoping something big happens in that match. If you're not going to do it at Payback, at least do it at Extreme Rules. So yeah, not very, very awesome match, although Roman winning kind of sucked, but I kind of expected that anyway, and yeah, that's how we ended the show. Very, very good show. I really, really enjoyed it. My match of the night would have to go... Oh, God, there were too many. There were too many matches of the night. No, it's either Owens and Zayn or the main event. I'm going to go for the main event, actually. Roman and AJ Styles. Don't get me wrong. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens was fucking awesome. If I could give two match of the night candidates, I would give them to both. But I have to give it to Roman and AJ for me personally because I was flipping out. I was marking out throughout the match. Every pinfall attempt, when they kick out, got me all hyped up. So, and got me in a good mood after the terrible incident involving Enzo and Maryse. So, yeah, good stuff between you two. But everyone was awesome tonight. How would I give this pay-per-view? I would give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like this was a very, very solid show. Lots of great things are happening. Lots of great wrestling, despite, the boring bits and the scary stuff involving Enzo Amore. But overall, this was a good show. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you did, comment down below what you thought of the show. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram is at JackamanLaw31 if you want to check me out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.